Or are you in for a surprise?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Crypto Night in Canada. Dun, 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 dun. And it's Wednesday night. How's everybody tonight? We got Candace in the house and Ken, the Oracle, our great white vapor. And obviously we got the infamous or famous, whatever way you want to go, Tim Perry's. Great crew tonight. How's everybody doing?
Can't complain.
What's the shirt say, Ken?
Yeah, Ken, show us your shirt tonight. My IQ test.
That's clearly wrong.
No, it's been luck this whole time, I tell you.
No, man. To hold takes more than luck.
That takes grit. Yeah. Now, before we start into the big discussion about meme coins, Tim and I've got something we want to start with, and we'll want to just be a second, and Tim will share with the group. All right, Timmy's gearing us up.
Are you ready? Now, community, there is only one person to blame for this, and you'll understand when you've seen it. Here we go.
23-hour ago show.
Wait for it.
Is that you? You got short hair now, bro?
Notice in the comments who's the commenter.
Is that you in the right? Yeah! Dude, Great White Vapor! Let's watch. This is going to be great, bro. Oh, my God. I didn't realize you're on the fucking podcast. Okay. I know you tried to explain it to me, but I'm an idiot.
Oh, dear.
Sometimes I need to be explained to like I'm a fucking child, bro.
Wait.
Holy shit. And you watch my show? I'm so impressed with you right now. Oh, my God. What the fuck, dude? What? There you are. Right corner.
Fantastic day. It's Crypto Sunday. We've got a special guest who's not always here, usually on Tim and Nancy Danter's channel on Wednesdays, but that is Ken, the Great White Vapor. I call him the Oracle. He's going to be
the Oracle! The Oracle! Dude, you're the Oracle? Are you kidding me? You've watched my show since 2014? Dude, you guys are blowing fucking YouTube up, man. Hey, shout me out, bro.
Oh, okay.
Here's your shout out, Jay. Here's your shout out. Everybody go check him out.
What's right. Shit? Like, is he crypto or what is he?
No, he's off the charts, man. You just gotta watch his stuff.
Everything.
He's a good guy.
Oh my Lord! I had to watch the whole hour and 20 minutes of that guy. And it was like, oh dear, oh dear. And it goes on. It's all about who in the bottom there. It's about the
Ryan in the chat. The Oracle. It's official. Ryan, your nickname's stuck.
But everybody go check him out. It's at Nays Garden on Twitter. I think it's Nays Garden as well on YouTube. He's got like 25 channels on YouTube. So
yeah,
about 2 seconds later, he rolls over the cat's tail.
Yeah,
and says, oh my God.
No. He starts it by swearing at the cat because the cat wants in. And then he says, oh, okay, you hungry and all this and that. And then a couple of seconds later, the cat goes, wow. It's like, oh, dude, did I run over your tail? It's like, oh, my God. You would understand this guy if you totally watch the video. I'm not going to give away what the motivation is with this guy, but you have got to see this guy. He is, wow.
He cracked us up.
Views.
He's coming on. He's going to come on.
He did a good video today about how was it, the airlines or something like that, something about the airplanes or something in AI, and
he doesn't like
really
that.
Good topics. Yeah, he comes up with really good topics. Yeah,
I'll get along with
anyway.
Did you like that?
That was awesome.
we lost the screen. Did he go red, folks?
Yeah, did he? I think he's still red.
Okay, while we're doing this as well, I want to give another shout out to my wife. 14 years of marriage today.
Hey,
wow.
Congratulations.
And I'm still here.
No, she's still there.
Yeah.
Well, she's gonna stay now.
Yeah.
How much she doesn't know about SHIB?
She knows all about it. She keeps saying, cash out.
Sleep with one eye open, more you make.
All right.
Look
So
at your
since we're
NFTs.
talking about SHIB, let's just start with that. So how you doing? What's going on? Is it too late to get in?
No, it's not too late to get in. There's I'm not sure exactly what the hell happened with that. That was just insane today. Last time I seen that happen was with Dogecoin. Like pretty much all platforms had to halt. They just could not handle the volume. I don't know if that's one of those Wall Street bets going on.
Oh.
I heard a rumor that they were going to do something, but they were going to wait till the Robinhood listing. And they keep putting it off and putting it off. I know Robinhood's going to eventually grab them. I just don't know when. But today was just, it was insane. I don't know.
Meme coins are going nuts.
Yeah, all of them are. It's really just. I think it is this whole retail and the fact that you can get in really cheap and get like, a bounty full of coins, I think that's what's driving it.
Well,
They're probably all thinking it's going to go to 1 cent. I'm sorry, Tim. Everybody interrupts you. What are you thinking?
So I've been inundated with normal people now who knows that I'm in crypto, and all I hear is how do I buy SHIB?
Yeah.
The whole last week, I've had about 3 or 4 people, normies, and then obviously like some crypto buddies that are just like SHIB this, SHIB that, and I'm sitting there going. And to the one guy, he wrote me the other day, and this is where I've started to be like, okay, I got to get back in the game because I've jumped in. I've never hated on memes. It's hard because the no utility thing, but it's so loud. And you just said it. And I got Rohit, who I talk to a lot on the thing. He's always like, he's not big into like, I know how much he's in, and he puts in as much as he can for money, but he's looking for these under pennies because the mindset is, oh, if this can go a penny, oh, it's so cheap. Oh, I don't understand the utility. He kind of mind effed me today with like, most normies don't understand crypto, the tech. They don't care to get into it, but they get just, hey, this fun dog coin.
Yeah.
So I get this message from a guy who I barely know, went to high school with. He knows I'm in crypto, asked me about SHIB. And this was about 2 days ago. And then my response was, and he had messaged me like 6 months ago about SHIB. And my response, and he goes, need I remind you of your last response? Because I had deleted what he had said. So I'm like, I don't remember. And he sends it back. And I'm like, don't buy it right now. It's up too high. And he's like, you told me this last time. And now look at it. I'm like, you know what? I have no idea. And he's like, and I'm like, but if you buy it right now, it's pumping. It could dump hard. He's like, I don't care. I just want in because it's going to go to this. So I'm like, that's their mindset. So I'm like, I need to buck it up again. So I have jumped on the bandwagon, but not the SHIB.
I've seen a lot of it in the posts. Everybody's like, when's it going to reach a penny? When's it going to reach a penny? If you do the tokenomics, if you do the tokenomics, you're looking at like 5 years for SHIB with their burning. You're looking at a good 5-10 years for Satama.
Really?
And that's maybe. Yeah. I've read a couple of posts where they broke it down about how much the market cap would have to move. Mm-hmm. It's insane. It is like it's. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it is doable, but
do they have tokens that burn? Like, is it inflationary?
Go to Vitalik wallet.
Yeah, Shiba burns. Like they just did their NFTs. They minted 10,000 NFTs. They all sold out within, I think it was 40 minutes. The highest one went for like 42 ETH or some silly number like that, and that's going to be part of the game that they're creating where you can use your character in the game, and depending on which NFT you got as per the photo itself, your character will have special attributes in the game. And yeah, it's I don't know.
Well, you mentioned Robinhood, and I was watching Rye on his cast, his market close today, and Robinhood kind of had a bit of a between the knees day. So, and someone just had mentioned that Newton had just picked it up. So there's all kinds of activity going on in the whole system.
Coinbase also put it as like, so it used to have buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. Now it's buy ETH, buy Bitcoin, and buy SHIB. So it's front page now. So you have those factors. But I mean, just a fun fact. There's some mythological figure out there who bought SHIB last August. She bought $8,000 worth of SHIB last August, That right now sitting on the blockchain is $5.7 billion.
Yep.
Oh,
So it goes to show you, throw $50 in. It's like the lottery, right? It really is. It really is.
So Ken, last week though, remember I asked you what gas prices were, and you were like 50 to 100 rather.
Yeah, not today.
Well, obviously I had to buy like the last, earlier this morning, and gas was like $300, $400 again because it was going crazy.
Yikes.
Yeah. I looked just to see what the gas price was, and I don't have my sheet. I haven't given MetaMask permission to move my SHIB. Like when you bring in a coin to MetaMask, you have to sign a contract with every coin that you want to interact with. So in order for me to even just have the notion of having my SHIB sold, it was going to cost me $78 off the hop just to give MetaMask permission. And I was like, yeah, forget that. No way. No way. Way too much.
Jason Spooner says, Ken, don't forget us little people when you become a SHIB coin millionaire.
I won't become a millionaire. Let's just say well off, though. Well off.
Oh, there you go. Will you still come on Crypto Night in Canada?
Well, yeah. From my yacht, yo.
From his yacht. We'll still be sitting in the garden shed, but he'll come on from his yacht.
Either way, he's going to be dealing with floaters.
Yeah, Barry's been holding his SHIB since May. He's loving it. So,
then he can basically say, I told you so to all of us.
That's what he's going to name the boat. That's what he's going to name the boat. I told you so.
I'll never say I told you so. I'll say should have, but I won't say I told you so.
Jesus.
Or he'll just have a giant SHIB poster in the back.
And we were all teasing you.
Ship have.
Oh, man. And we were all kind of teasing you and giggling.
My ship's sailing.
Oh, my God.
My only concern market-wise is if anybody remembers, we had a mega meme coin pump in May, which followed with the massive dump after.
I know.
I'm a little worried about that in psycho-wise because we're doing that whole euphoric thing again.
But with Shiba, that was before Shiba Swap came out. Like even the other tokens that Shiba Swap has come out with, Ryoshi and Bone, they've both pumped. So
well, let's face it.
I don't know.
The biggest thing about meme coins is the community itself.
Yeah,
we could talk swaps, we could talk utility, but the fact is they're just movements. And that's I've come to that term, right? Like the coin that I bought today. I was talking to a few people and they're like, "Well, what did you buy? Like, what's the utility?" I'm like, "Nothing." I'm like, "It's got the cutest logo." It's like I'm literally like I couldn't believe what I was saying, but that's how
you never know. Hey, you never know. In a year, that could pop.
It's basically a virtual pet rock.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean,
it wasn't Luffy, was it? You didn't pick up some Luffy, did you?
So I think we're about to have. So you're a dog person. I'm a cat person. I think it's about to be cats versus dogs, and I think cats time to come and shine.
I know what you got. I think.
Okay, guess.
Catwoman. Did you get that Catwoman?
No, I never even heard that one. So this one apparently. I'm going to give a massive, caveat emptor here. And I just got in. It just started yesterday. Like I'm ground floor. It's got apparently I don't have enough information and this could all be a lie. It could be it could be a rug pull because it's ground floor. So everyone's got to be very careful on what I'm about to say because I don't even know if I want to give you the ticker, but I'm going to tell you all this information and you're probably going to want to know. It's got a bunch of devs that used to work on SHIB are now working on this. And like, if you look at what they've already put out marketing wise, they put out really cool videos like that actually show that they have a graphic designer that knows what they're doing kind of thing. It's been fairly launched. I obviously am not good enough with the code to actually confirm that. But obviously right now you're starting to see trends like all over and this is why when I woke up this morning, I was going to get a dog coin. I was looking at Dog Elon or Elon Dog. I can't remember how it's pronounced. And then I just see all these main influencers going, it's going to be cat versus dog season. And I see all these huge influencers pumping 3 cat coins right now. So I kind of went with the one that had more kind of.
I seen a post with all those devs in it, but I can't remember the coin. But I'm pretty sure I could probably find it.
I mean, I can say it, but like, do not hold me accountable for what I'm about to say. This could rug pull tomorrow. Okay, and it costs $300 gas. So remember all this SIJT before you say anything to me about losing money. This is the biggest risk that you could take because it just started 24 hours ago. But it's Kitty.
All of that for Kitty.
Well, their marketing right now is wet ass Kitty.
Oh boy.
So
Kitty.
and it's got it's got some videos. It's got a lot of people pumping like big names, like some guy, I can't remember his name already, 44 million people. He mentioned it when he mentioned that. I mean, I'm already up more than Shiv's been up in the last few days. Just
Oh boy.
yeah. Well, I got in ground floor, right? I got in right as it dipped, and then I got in. I luckily got in on a juicy dip.
Oh boy, cats versus dogs.
There you go, Candace.
Be fun.
There you
Dogs are
go.
winning there.
I'm Team Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, I
Candace
know
is
that.
Team
That's what I mean.
cat.
I love cats, and I've always maybe that's why like the whole dog thing. I was like, why aren't cats getting love? So when I saw this, I was like, this is it. And then you guys just started talking about Ken's buddy there running over a cat. I'm going, this is meant to be.
Is it Kitty or is it Kitty Inu?
It's Kitty Inu, but the ticker is Kitty.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And just actually, I got a hack for everyone that I learned in all this influx because today was frustrating because this was the first time I've interacted with the ETH network / Uniswap in months. And obviously it made my blood pressure rise just within that 2 hours, 3 hours. So anyone that has been running around, Kyle probably knows this because I see Kyle in the chats on Router and all this. But you can bridge from networks. But if you're bridging in or out of ETH, it's going to cost you X amount of gas to get in and out of the ETH network. So today I obviously wanted to send, I sent some fiat more through Shakepay for the first time, which by the way, I love it. I haven't told you guys that, but good call on Shakepay because BitBuy sucks now. But yeah, so get my ETH there, but then I don't even have enough. So I hadn't tested the gas out. So I go to buy some of this Kitty and I don't even have enough to afford gas plus even like $1 worth of Kitty basically because I wasn't going to throw a lot in it. So I'm like, all right, I'll take some of our farmed, PBR that's been going up 50% in the last few days and I'll send it over. Go to send it. I didn't know that bridging from Matic I thought would have only cost it on the Matic side. I was ignorant to it. I found out that once it hits the east side, you still got to pay the toll on that side. $315 US to bridge my, which wasn't even much, about the same amount of money. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to buy Kitty then. Looks like no Kitty for me kind of thing. And I go back and Kyle would know because I've been interacting with Telegram and stuff, and they've been basically because they've just DeFi's interacted with Phantom now. They've been saying, oh, you can bridge over using AnySwap. So I kept hearing about AnySwap. So I go to AnySwap and I'm like looking over the bridging, and I see this thing called Router, which if anyone knows what I love these days. So I go and I talk to the team and they tell me, I'm like, oh, it's going to be like Root. And they're like, yeah, it's exactly Root. Obviously Root plans on being, spontaneous swaps over type thing and at very low fees. Anyways, I ended up using the Router to send my ETH to my ETH side and it costed me $30. And it took me 20 minutes as opposed to 3 hours it would have been $300 and a 3 hour wait for my bridge. Instead, it cost me $30 and I had my money in 30 minutes.
And that's called AnySwap?
AnySwap
is great, and use the Router, but you also have to check to see if there's a button that says pool, and you check to see if there's enough liquidity on the other side to handle that. And that reminded me again why Root and DeFi's going to crush it, because they're going to have cross-chain liquidity too. So you won't even have to worry about that kind of questions. But it just highlighted how much, oh my God, how big Root's going to be, because it's going to be like immediate and all this. But man, like, yeah, there's Kyle. Oh yes, I used AnySwap, so he would know because yeah, Kyle, I see you in Telegram, so I'll say hi to you next time, or I'll DM you at least because I don't want other people to know my full name or anything. But yeah, so anyone who's got a bridge or anything like that, AnySwap, obviously it covers most of the main things, and it's obviously a fraction of the cost over bridging into ETH. So that's another hack. We've talked about USDT and stuff sending through main exchanges. So this is another cool hack, and I learned something. So, and then I was able to buy more Kitty for us.
Who knew? Who knew we're getting on Team Kitty? Anyways, that's cats versus dog. We're gonna have some kind of a title in our next video.
We're gonna have to vet. We're gonna have
way to go though.
We're gonna have
Well,
to
you
vet
can't
them.
have too much cat.
Yeah. There's a lot of good puns
Oh, boy.
thrown out on this.
Yes,
one.
we
Okay,
could do so much.
When I-
Anyways, on that note, wanted to find out from Candace how our favorite dot is doing.
Oh, the good old polka dot.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So the thing about polka dot is a lot of people, I think, don't even fully understand exactly what it is. And that's because, well, you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum, things like that, they take all of the light. So basically, if we go back in time just to understand dot a little bit, dot was created by the same guy, Gavin Wood, who made Ethereum. When he made Ethereum, there was basically 6 issues that they had with Ethereum. And those issues were things like the actual governance of the network, the scalability, economic and transactional scalability, to be more specific. There was also an issue with forking, because when you fork, you end up getting a few different extra networks, which is not ideal. But when we're looking at a lot of these issues, they basically, what Gavin said is, well, how would I build it to fix all of these issues? And that's why Polkadot came around. So Polkadot is basically, it's kind of like Ethereum, but it's not. It's the re-envisioned network, parachain network, that will basically replace Ethereum. And technically, it's one of the most, I think it's one of the better networks out there. Now, another thing too is you've also got Kasuma. So I'm going to sort of talk about both of these at the same time, because with Kasuma basically is it's a clone of Polkadot. So how, and this is really benefits Polkadot, is that anytime they want to make a change to that network, they do it on Kasuma first. So Kasuma has become basically the canary in the coal mine for Polkadot. So for example, when you take the parachain auctions, which are a new feature that rolled out on Polkadot, they rolled it out on Kasuma first, made sure it worked before they roll it out onto Polkadot itself. So that's kind of a little bit about the history. Now, some of the functionality, and this is what I really love about Polkadot. Polkadot has insane functionality. When you're dealing with the parachains, one of the things that you can do is you can do bridging with them. And bridging is basically it's almost like, if you like Star Trek and you think of the Universal Translator, bridging is like that, because what it will do is it'll allow you to bring in different apps and allow them to communicate with each other on the parachains. So you can think of it as a whole bunch of different chains coming in with different functions that will all work together. That's what makes Polkadot super, super useful. Now, about the explosivity of Polkadot. And the reason I think it's going to go up really high is in the last alt season, all of the coins pumped, but Polkadot didn't get its full pump before everything sort of collapsed when Bitcoin decided to take its giant nosedive. So it's overdue for that. And we've already seen, like at the beginning of this, it was down around, it made it down to like $14 a coin. And it's now back up, pushing its all-time high. It's up around 45, 44, 45. I think it fell a little bit today because of stuff going on once again with Bitcoin. Well, actually, I blame a lot of it on SHIB. I think a lot of people are pulling their money and just dumping it all into SHIB, trying to get rich really quick. I think that's affecting the rest of the coins. That's kind of, we'll blame it all on Ken because he's pumped SHIB too well. But that's the whole thing. I mean, that's the whole thing with Polkadot. It is. Ken's the result. He's the oracle and the cause of these other issues.
I'm going to go sit in the corner now.
Yeah, with all seriousness, and that's what I think is going to happen with Polkadot. Polkadot it's sort of overdue. The other nice thing as well about holding Polkadot, where it's proof of stake, you can pick up a half decent just interest staking it. Over on Kraken, for example, you can get 12%. You can also stake it in your hardware wallet, which is awesome. So there's just a lot you can do with the coin. So when you talk about coins like meme coins that have no real function to them, Polkadot's the opposite. out of all the coins that are currently available, well, Polkadot probably has more function than any of them. And that in itself is valuable. And in this part of the altcoin market, people are just jumping on whatever looks good. It's like, ooh, a kitty cat, ooh, a dog. Well, eventually it always will boil down. And when, when the shit coins hit the fan, the ones that actually have a lot of functionality, the altcoins like Polkadot, are going to be the ones left standing. And a lot of these other coins, you may have been able to make a lot of money on the way up, but make sure you jump off before that fan comes, because if you don't, you're going to lose everything that you made, because all of the money these people who are making right now on Shiba, for example, they're all unrealized gains. And all it takes is an overnight, Shiba could go from, kissing the moon to kissing a crater. And it can happen. And that's where people need to be careful. They need to be taking profits. If you're putting your money in, take your money on the way up. Polkadot, a little bit different. I feel a lot more confident with it because of the functionality. And that's what it all boils down to. Any of these altcoins that do have functionality, things like HBAR, Polkadot, those are going to be the ones that we are really, really, really more safe than anything else. Other than, of course, Bitcoin being the safest of all of them. But that's sort of Polkadot in a nutshell. Definitely a coin that if you haven't looked at yet, you should be looking at, because it is going to get big, and it's going to be big and stable, which is kind of the neat thing about it. And to be honest, I'm even more bullish on Polkadot than I am on Ethereum. Now, once Ethereum 2.0 comes out, a lot of the features of Polkadot are going to be in the 2.0 version of Ethereum. So it will bring it closer, because that's them trying to fix Ethereum, unlike the fact that, that Gavin Wood had completely done that already with Polkadot.
Well,
that was my question, was Ethereum, because I do hold a little bit of Ethereum, and I'm starting to hear about, the release of 2.0. I'm starting to hear about DOT, and I'm confused. Like, do I take it while I got it with Ethereum? Because, you can listen to some influencer. Some influencers say, 10 to 20 or 7 to 8 or 8 to 10 or whatever.
Look at it this way. Take a lesson from the stock market and diversify. I mean, you don't have to be all one or all the other. Like, I think Ethereum, if Ethereum were to eventually go away, and I don't think it will because of the NFT market, but there's nothing wrong with saying, okay, I'm not going to go Ethereum or I'm not going to go Polkadot. I'll just go, I'll just split between them. That's
but then you
fine.
add Solana
but,
in
you
there.
don't want to do something like Solana. It's a lot of it is the fact that you don't have the gas fees that you have with Ethereum on Solana. That's one of the things that's really pumping it. And you do have a lot of people who are looking at it as a more viable, cheaper alternate version of Ethereum. So that's not a bad coin. The ones I'm talking about that you really have to be careful with are Tim's cat coins.
I know.
Dog coins.
It's for sure.
Yeah, but you got to watch though. My dog coins, I tell you,
Yeah.
Shiba has their own decks. Saitama is coming out with a wallet that's just like MetaMask. So,
But in both, I mean, I see both sides, but lest we not forget, Doge was once I've been around since early 2017. Ken, you've been around for a long time. Like, Doge was considered the most high risk joke in the world, and now it's not going anywhere. Whether or not the price still, like Candace just said, it's not going to put, DOT will become stable. It's going to be a juggernaut. And I think we're going to have a DOT season. Like, it's just going to be anything that's on DOT is going to go nuts. But you see that with Solana and stuff like that. Solana, I've started getting back more in the gist of things the last few days. I tried interacting with Solana and playing around on it. I don't get it. It's just hype. And right now, to me, Solana is nothing more than a meme and I'm just saying that now. People who are going to lash out at me right now, it will pull out the bugs. It's just like ETH. ETH's not going anywhere either. ETH is most likely the next play by Tesla, just my opinion, because Tesla's now changed their wording in all their documents to cryptocurrency instead of Bitcoin. So that most likely means that they're branching out. Who are they going to branch out next to? ETH, for sure. And he's even said in comments, obviously, he's always messing around. He only holds, ETH and Bitcoin, and he doesn't actually own any of the other coins that people thought he might. But I mean, like KB said meme coins are like a casino. Exactly that. And treat it like that. I treat right now that money is gone. It was fun. I farmed a lot of money in the last 5-6 months. So I don't mind if this goes. That was about X amount of days for my farming. I had to try it. I haven't done anything degenerate in a while. So you know what?
Yeah,
I think Candace is on the money with Dot. I think Dot, and in regards to what also she said about it's been lagging in price, I also agree that most of the juggernauts, the Aves, the Chainlinks, Matic's finally starting to move. Dot's starting to kind of wake up with the whole parachain thing. All the monsters that you're going to see in the top 10 and that are going to out the, I hate saying this to you guys, but XRP, it belongs, but it doesn't belong in top 10 anymore. Cardano's got to get the F down below 50. But you're going to see Dot, maybe Chainlink. I messed around with Avalanche. Avalanche, if anything, between the Avalanches, the Solanas, and the what's another one we hear? Harmonies. I haven't messed around with Harmony yet, but Avalanche so far compared to Solana and Phantom is my favorite next to Matic. So, and they're all pumping, right? So right now you're seeing it's meme season, and then it's ETH competitor, ETH like layer 2, layer 1s. That's all we see that are pumping every day. And finally, Matic's woken up because it's holding its own against the Bitcoin drop. And you're starting to see coins within Matic, like Define and Root, are holding their volumes going up, but the price hasn't done much. But volume surge, and usually volume surges before price appreciation. So I'm not going to see, but I think Candace is on the money with her assessment about Dot. It's going to be absolute.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd put your top 5.
Basically, when it comes to the meme coins, yeah. Well, when it comes to the meme coins, basically use them. If you're going to use them to make some fast money that you can then transfer back over into the more stable coins. So, you're everywhere from Bitcoin to Dot. Just don't get too greedy, because when the proverbial, SHIT hits that fan, you really don't want to be left holding the bag. So as you're going, it doesn't hurt. Take a little bit of profits here, throw them into Dot, throw it into Bitcoin. Do that all the way up. You'll still have some money to continue growing. And if she continues to defy expectations and go up and up, I keep on thinking we're at the end. We're at the end. There's so much greed. How can this not fall? It is a house of cards. It will fall. I just don't know when. I don't think anybody
Are you talking about the whole of crypto, or?
No, the memes.
No, I'm thinking of this SHIB at this moment. So
I think because the younger generation now, though,
like meme coins, I think a lot of
throughout the internet, just period. So meme coins are here to stay, but they will always be a gamble.
But I think they're going to alternate. Like it's, right now it's going to be SHIB. Next week it might be the cat.
Yep.
Somewhere down the road it might be a gerbil.
But the funny part is you also get trends though in, we're seeing layer 1, layer 2. Then you're just going to see DeFi. A couple months ago, it was all about NFTs, right? So you see trends in the shift. So whether or not you want to play that hot potato, though, I just rationed it wasn't enough for my stress levels. Neil and I have been talking. We've talked about on the show that Phantom was going to be one. Some people were talking about Harmony. Like we knew what was happening. We called it, and I knew what was happening. But I just didn't feel like going from, it's like I told Rohit today. You can jump in other coins that you're big on. Like I got in Luna, and there's nothing. Luna's going to be a monster, if not top. That's top 10 deserving more than a few coins that are in there right now too. Luna's not going anywhere. But when I jumped in Luna, I hadn't done enough due diligence and messed around with it or anything to have the conviction to hold it from the ones that I really was like the Matic and the DeFi and stuff like this. So I sit on Matic forever, waiting for my pump while I watch all these other ones that I knew that were going to go. But, eventually, if you're in a Dot or any of these ones, like you say, that are, monsters and got the use case and all that, well, Matic's starting to finally do its thing, right? So,
Candace, was that the only project you were going to talk about tonight? Or did you have two?
Well, the second one was Kasama, but that's, as I said, that's basically the canary in the mine for Dot. Yeah, because they are the same thing. they're both parachains. They're both set up pretty much exactly the same way. And that's a really smart move, I think, for DOT to be able to do that. Because then
that's awesome.
If you think about everything DOT releases goes perfectly smooth, that's because they tested out on Kusama first. You know, it doesn't, it just makes the coin that much more attractive, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Okay, can we go to, Ken announced a new coin on Sunday night. Do you want to talk to this community in case anybody missed that?
On Sunday night.
Monoko.
Monoko. Yes.
Monoko.
It's doing very well, actually. Yeah.
And
Okay.
You were so excited to talk about it on Sunday night.
I tell you, man, that is some heavy duty.
you sure know how to shill a coin there, Ken.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It's like, hey, Ken, what's the weather like this week? It's weather.
Look out the window, stupid.
Like how did you find Mono? Like, give us some like intel. Like, is this through SHIB? Like, what's?
It is a play to earn token. So they're coming out with a game that you can play on your phone. I'm not sure if it's going to be on PC. I think it's just going to be an app on the phone. And yeah, you just play to earn so far because it's a new coin. I don't know what else they're going to come out with. They just went through their certification of their contracts and everything's looking good. So that will pull any fear of rug pulls out. They've got liquidity locked in as well. So I don't know. I can see this running into some kind of an NFT thing in the future.
I hate saying this, but we got to be very careful. Like I'm just saying from our standpoint on advice on like rug pulls is even with this kitty thing, they're saying, oh, we did this, this, and this. There's so many new ways now to sneak all these like little code tricks in, and even audited coins now get either hacked or rug pulled. So we got to be careful about that. Like it's, you know, SHIB I would never think, but like Kitty, this Monoke, if they're new, just be careful. Is it a meme coin or is it also?
No, it's a meme coin. It's
yeah, with meme coins, be very careful. That's all. I'm just really worried about
Japanese princess or something from some game or show or something. So
like treat your money like it's gone. This is just fun money. Don't spend any. Like,
yeah, never spend anything you cannot afford. Like
because
I mortgages on any of it.
Yeah.
What's that, Tim?
I get irked like talking too much about like meme coins just because, you know, and that's why I give this caveat emptor because I don't want to be anyone's accountability, like but responsible. You told me this. Like, no, I literally told you like you're throwing your money in the garbage, or maybe, just maybe, you're gonna turn in and open up that garbage can and it turned into a gold nugget. But
yeah, exactly.
That's the lottery of it all, right? And you know, like Candace was saying, there's not much you can do other than, you know, the biggest measure I have for meme tokens is like, because I played Bishu pretty well. Like I played a couple meme tokens and I always sold that profit with meme tokens. So I do well because I'm so hesitant and so skeptical, knowing that most people are getting in these thinking, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be that 5.7 billion guy. No, that's like, your odds are so against that. So my biggest, like, I'll give you my hack. It's not 100%, but I always watch Twitter engagement, and you have to stay on it with your meme coin. Twitter engagement. If you got a lot of big influencers talking about it, it's twofold. It's bad because you know that they have a lot of probably stake in it, / have been given some allotment, and they're going to dump on you at some point. But if there's enough of them and it's continuous, but if you see that Twitter feed start to dwindle on your meme coin, get the F out.
See, Mononoke, I seen that before the big hype actually started. So that was kind of interesting that I found that. And that was just going through feeds. It was just like, oh, hey, check out this coin. And I was like, oh, okay.
So Owen wants to know how do you spell it?
MONONOKO, I think.
What's the ticker?
Jesus, he could hardly spell it. How do you expect him to know the ticker?
I wrote it down.
If you just put mono in CoinGecko and up will come all your
it's MONONOKEINU. But the ticker is MONONO.
But
Mono.
Is that on Uniswap?
Yeah, that's where I got it.
So Owen, You throw $50 at it, it's going to cost you $300
Cost you
to buy
$400.
it.
So you're starting out the gate losing already right off
Oh
the bat.
my God. And you got to pay 10. Usually with SHIB and stuff, you have to pay 10% slippage. So you already lose out the gate. You're already down just when you buy in. You just have to keep hoping it goes up.
Yeah, Mononoke is anywhere from 12 to 15 slippage.
Oh, that hurts my head.
So Nikki wants to know what your shirt says again, Ken. She missed it at the very beginning. My IQ test came back negative. That's funny. Excellent. So, Tim, Perry,
Yeah.
you said you had some you had some new coins you wanted to talk about, new projects.
Well, I think I kind of like threw it all in there. Kitty talked about any swap and a great bridging. Other than that, no, I have, like I said, I woke up a bit lately. I saw that Matic was going to do a thing. So I actually sold half my DeFi and Root, swung it over to Matic. Cause like, I know that's hot potato in a way I'm going against, but if I hot potato, I'm in coins that if Matic goes down and the other coins go up, I don't care staying in Matic because I know they're going to equal out at some point, and I'm fond of them. Just so if everyone wants to call me a hypocrite because I said don't play hot potato. But anyways, I did a nice scalp, swung back into with more DeFi and Root, so it's been a good week. Now the Kitty's got to be good to me. Mark said that Kitty's up 450% today, so
Yeah, he did.
F you, SHIB! F you!
Hold your applause! Hold your applause!
Easy.
Well, you
my
know,
God.
cats are better at climbing than dogs.
Oh, there you go.
Going for us.
That's because the dog's always chasing them up the tree.
Oh.
You always see the dogs though on those YouTube videos getting the stick end of the cat's always outsmarting them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But I mean, if I'm just being dead honest, dog coins are going to rule the meme coin world in crypto. I don't know if they'll ever be dethroned. But the problem is there's just too many. Like today, like in last night, I was breaking down, like I was sweating going like, there's so many dog coins. Who's to say what's going to be next? And today, this morning, when I woke up and I saw cats versus dogs starting to trend on my like Twitter feed, I said, okay, then I'm going to do that. And then all of a sudden this coin was ground floor. So go big or go home.
So Journey obviously wants to know if we bought any HBAR. We have not bought any HBAR yet, have we? Or are you going to tell me we had? But HBAR is Immutable X, is it not?
No.
Part of Immutable X?
Isn't it just partnered with Immutable X?
Partnered.
We bought some Immutable X
Immutable X
stocks.
is using HBAR as a vehicle.
So I still am interested in that project, though.
Yeah.
HBAR
Kevin,
is amazing. Now,
Circles. Yes.
You said, because we had like, there was a confusion. Remember that day when we were talking about Immutable X? And I said it's a stock, and then you said no. It was. Is that still the same thing across? Oh, it's.
I think it's both. I think it's both because I know it's a stock out of BC, or not out of BC, but it's Immutable X in the stock world is based out of BC, and I don't know if the Immutable X token is somehow connected to it. I didn't do a deep dive down at the bottom of the web page, so it could very well be the one and the same thing.
I actually follow HBAR now. I keep it on my watch list just for fun, just because I always like think about Journey now. Like it's going up, go Journey.
That's
it's not
funny.
really a stream until Journey asks about HBAR.
It's not. We haven't seen him in a while. We must have a.
That's why I just saw him, so I was like, "Oh, we're talking HBAR and Journey." Where's
I know. Well, it's not a live stream unless we do. Well, okay. So, can we talk about WorldCoin?
I have no idea. I didn't have enough time, unfortunately, with all my hectic to look up with it. So,
is it a ridiculous thing?
It is any coin that makes you take a retinal scan is ridiculous.
What?
Well, yeah, no, it's for the
to be able to give people
what do you call it? The income, the
universal basic
income is what the and it's like.
Yeah, basically, if you give them the retinal scan, they give you this little thing that you'd use to get that. Then they're going to start dropping you some free
Because they know you're not a robot and they know you're alive.
Yeah. It's called proof of personhood or proof of personhood. It's just I'm sorry, they can't have my retina.
Yeah. We actually, a few of us were able to put 2 and 2 together. God, it was probably early 2019. We were messing around with a coin called DREP, DREP is the ticker. And they're doing like a blockchain ID system for China. And then I started doing and I was like, I played it just as like, oh, that sounds like big. And then I'm obviously like, my conviction is I don't want to support things that I don't believe in. And then I started doing more research and I realized, oh my God, this is so China can track everything, right? So I'm not supposed to talk about that. But anyways, I then did more research and found out Bill Gates was meddling with these ID systems and started realizing and then even in 2019, I literally was like, oh, this is for like they're going to do vaccine passes and all this. And I obviously didn't know, I didn't prophesize what was coming after that, but it's just ironic now. Cause when I started hearing about these mandates and what they were doing with the QR codes, my mind was just burning like, oh my God, I've been watching this happen through crypto. Like you can almost see things coming now if you're above tech, if you're following AI, like you said about your buddy there on the other podcast, AI, if you're following that, that's a dangerous territory we're going down. I'll publicly say I'm against mandates because because maybe for the immediate thing we could say that, but what will they do after? They're going to keep it in place and they're going to move other things behind these mandates, and it's all going to be tied to this ID system and further and further and further. So yeah, just be careful. Like we're supporting awesome technology, but that same very technology can bite us in the butt. So just make sure there's nothing in the tech that is like, ETH ain't going anywhere because it's decentralized.
Did you guys want to see the ball they send you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if this works.
I thought they walked around with the ball and were scanning you, and if you got your scan, they're going to drop coins to you.
Okay.
You share the screen?
Yeah,
I am attempting to share the screen.
I just worry it's a very slippery slope.
Well, Rise said facial recognition now. Binance. Oh, yeah. The Know Your Coin. I hate that too. And they're selling. I've been on the dark web. There's so many compromised IDs on the blockchain from people with KYCs.
So Candace, hit Chrome tab and then share, and then hit your Chrome tab. It'll have to share first.
I just feel as Candace working on that, I just feel like it's no different than. I know this is not going to be popular when I say this, but even those ancestry things, registries where you can send in your DNA, why on God's green earth would you send your DNA? It's the only thing you own. Yep. You don't want to be giving people that stuff.
You should see the results when I swab the dog's mouth and send it in.
Well, speaking of that, my mom's done that, and she's been like, my cousin did it. And he lives, God knows, like in London, Ontario. And she gets an email like within, by the time he had gotten his test, because he did it a couple years after my mom did it, they were like, oh, you're related to this person. And they knew, like, I kind of thought it was kind of a scam before. I was like, oh, they're just like, 50% close on the DNA. It's not that close. But when it was actually said, you are very close to this DNA, like this person, I was like, no way would I want that information out there.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's very scary.
It's a slippery slope. All I ask people is just don't rush into this stuff. And that's the problem is they use these things in the opportunistic times to push these things. And then you're stuck in them. And how do you get back out? Like Kyle said, right? The booster shot, like Australia. If you guys want to know how we got to watch, just watch Australia right now. Because it's freaky over in Australia. You get fined just for wearing a mask outside.
Okay.
Oh, Candace thinks she's got it.
Oh yeah, Australia's bad.
I thought I had it. I went and
she thought she had
to go
it.
into my security and give it permission. Just give me one last second. I'll try one last thing here.
But yeah, basically like invest in stuff that like ETH ain't going anywhere because it's decentralized. One of the biggest problems with even Matic and all these things, Matic's got multi-sig contracts, but Solana, all these things, they're run by people. So until they're functioning out there and for just everyone to mess around with without any total over governance, then I'm always going to favor decentralization, even if ETH is an SHAT show right now.
Oh, looks like it's
Ready to roll.
Are you good, Ken?
This is my last try. We'll see if this works. If it
Strike two.
doesn't.
What?
Well, you know what? I know that there's some folks in the chat. Like I know Nikki
Let's see
said
here.
Oh, there we go.
that they do solve cold cases. And there are aspects of it that is good, but then there's the other parts of it, like what are we keeping private? Yeah, this is it. The Sam Altman.
So this is it. Apparently it's £5. So
£5.
yeah, so before you could even get into this WorldCoin, they'd have to send this to you so that you could scan your eyeball.
Oh, hell
Okay,
no.
so explain this. So you buy this?
Yeah, you would have to buy it and scan your eyeball, so your retina.
And then what does it allow you to do?
At that point, it'll allow them to do basically some free drops of some coin for you.
Oh, of course, that's good. How they're going to do it.
Oh, of course. And they're saying, I've heard them say UBI, but it's just for them. It's like, as long as you can prove your person, will start giving you free money. That's their version of UBI, but I really don't think it's going to get anywhere. And I don't think too many people are going to want to stick this thing in their eye.
Social credit scores. I mean, that's basically just a 10 times worse way of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we just gotta. Yeah, that's for me. Like when I found out, like I felt I had blood on my hands when I realized I was in, and I was pumping Drep hard. Like I was in it pretty significant in 2019, and it's starting to roll now. And then I realized like I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I was too ignorant to it. I just thought, oh, that'll be cool because like an NFT, you could have an ID system to yourself, and it's your own and stuff like this. But that still means someone else is harvesting. Like Mark just set up there. Google, Facebook, data, like it's all about data harvesting, man. Algorithms, figuring all your stuff out. Like at some point, you're going to realize that that your privacy means something. And too many people are way too easygoing with all this stuff. And that's why I like where crypto's going now. Like, Binance is kicking us out. Like Rai said, who cares? We can all interact on MetaMask and Uniswap and Avalanche. We can go now. We don't even need that. We can go between. We can now bridge. I just told you about any swap. Like it's amazing what we can do without touching any major exchange anymore.
Yeah. Moonbright's right. Like this is going to give away your biometrics for a coin drop.
Yeah.
They're saying if you read the whole article that it's really lining up for this universal basic income, and we talk about it like it's this theoretical thing that going to happen out there someplace, but I actually think it's closer to coming into existence than we think.
Germany's already doing experiments with it, and California it was just breaking news actually, I think today, that they're going to take so many families and start giving them $1,000 a month. Yeah, the writing's on the wall, and so many people like my dad.
I mean, we did the trial in Ontario too.
Oh, I did not know that. I'm not surprised either. This, the AI thing, like I've been talking about that for years. My dad's like, why do you bother worrying about this? Cause I'm like, it's coming so soon. And my dad literally like a week ago I bought him a book called Creature from Jekyll Island. And it's all about the inception of the Federal Reserve. And it just blew his mind. And he's like, now I'm starting to see why you think the way you think and why you're just saying what you're saying and where you're going with it. And then I just like reminded him about the whole AI thing and what's happening, because AI is going to take over so many jobs. So all these people are getting fired right now. You think it's like, you're like, look over here, right? It's like a magician. The illusion always makes you look over here while the real play's going, I always get lost in the mirror, going this way or so this way, right? So, all these things, people losing their jobs, they won't need us. They don't care in the long run. They're going to have, restaurants being run by, robots and stuff. So
yeah,
it's, investment.
Yeah, it's true. Well, we thought we'd like to kind of end the night off with a little surprise. You ready for this?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh is right. It's all your fault. Look who it is there.
Look who we brought on the stream. Yeah!
I'm not worthy. Hey, brother, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me on.
Oh, just dandy. Hey, no problem.
You are freaking hysterical. You are hysterical. Why have I not known about you?
Hey, listen, how's the cat's tail? I saw you run it over.
I just want to tell you, you guys haven't heard about me because of AI. You guys were just talking about AI. You don't know about me because the algorithm on YouTube makes sure that no one, not even my 25,000 subscribers, know when I go live or put up content. It's all AI. It's algorithms. We could talk about that, man. I watched Elon Musk talking with Jack Dorsey to Shiba Inu on. I don't know if did you guys catch that interview about a week ago?
No.
Okay, it's like a nightmare scenario. So you got Elon Musk talking about basically how blockchain is going to change business, the face of business. And then you've got Jack Dorsey talking about how AI needs to be introduced into the blockchain. And then you've got this woman who says, I really want, I think she's from Shiba Inu, but I don't know who she is. She's like, I really want the people to benefit from blockchain, but I can't wait until we introduce AI into the blockchain. And it's like, don't you realize what we're doing here? Does anybody not watch a dystopian movie ever? Have you guys know what's coming, right?
Elon
Robot
Musk
dogs with machine guns mounted on top of them. Have you seen this? Do we need to talk about this?
Yes.
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh boy. So back in 2019, 346 people lost their lives because 2 airplanes decided to nosedive. Boeing 737 Maxes decided to nosedive and lock the pilots out. What was responsible for that? AI programming. That's the artificial intelligence. When you take the human out of the loop, and this is the movie War Games, my favorite movie of all times. When you take the human out of the loop, you leave decisions, life-making decisions up to the robots, they're going to kill us. And it's already been proven. This is what happened to Ashley Babbitt at the riot in Washington. Had AI not repeatedly bombarded her Facebook feed with messaging telling her that she needs to, be strong like all of her other friends and go there on January 6th. And here's all your friends that are posting about it. And here's more posts about it. And, just constantly a barrage of misinformation. And she knew no better. She had all of AI against her, and she was just one person that she could have never won that battle. And we have to start looking at AI from that perspective because people have already started dying from it.
Right.
Well, they've done those. I've watched documentaries too on it, and I remember they had a robot talking, and it was obviously thinking for itself now. And they're like, it was basically saying how humans are like useless. And they're like, oh, so you're gonna kill us? No, we'll put you in like a zoo and watch you. And that was its own thought process, like Terminator, like you said, like people don't realize art becomes, reality after a while, 1984. Hello. Like, and my favorite movie, Nasal, like this is V for Vendetta. I mean, you can't write a better script right now for V for Vendetta. So I agree, art always imitates life.
So what if that zoo is the internet?
It could. I mean, what if it's our minds, right? Neuralink. Nasal know about Neuralink.
Somebody wants to say hi.
Hey, happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary!
Yes, condolences.
Happy anniversary.
Look, we thought we would add another person one to come and say happy anniversary.
Hey guys,
And join the
on
party.
this conversation.
I've been watching since the beginning, since 6 o'clock, rocking and rolling, guys.
Right at West. I was like, wait a minute. What?
So this is High Rye, okay?
This is High Ride. This is the High Ride channel that you were watching us on.
Yeah.
I saw that. That was hilarious. That was awesome.
Well, I'm sure Nays knows, like, it's genuine just put vaccines. That's probably the one thing we can't actually talk about in a certain way, or else, like, you'll lose your show.
Right.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So we'll just leave that.
Got 2 missing.
Yeah. Everybody can fill in the dots about what we're talking about, and you can do your own math on that one. So.
Yeah.
That's right.
I just do this. Instead of saying the word vax, I just go, I've got like
that's a
code
good idea.
language.
Hey,
I gotta get you gotta wear a, I'm like, they said that I was the one giving the medical misinfo. Well, I got to watch out because if somebody else is speaking medical, like if I play a Ron DeSantis from Florida, he's the governor of Florida. If I play one of his videos on my YouTube, it literally thinks that is me speaking and will give me the strike and take my channel down for 7 days. Oh,
Ooh.
Don't get me
Well,
started.
that reminds me of deepfake too, right?
What happened
That
in
was
deepfake?
wild.
I'm just saying deepfake is going to be soon. Someone will be able to take your face, make a whole new person, and they'll make you talking, even though it's not really you. I mean, if anyone doesn't know what deepfake is, just YouTube deepfake Tom Cruise, and there's a guy his name is Tom Cruise, and you will think it's Tom Cruise, and they will soon the fight for information. You're not going to know which way to look, who's doing what. It's going to be insane.
I've been using a piece of software. It's similar to that. It's called Face Swap, and I learned about that from Kyle Dunnigan. And I've got an Instagram channel, so I put on the face of like Danny DeVito, and then I talk like Alex Jones, or I do all of these different people, but you can put their face on, and it moves their mouth, and it looks like them, and it's really creepy and cool.
Put it this way, right now, any really expert level deep fake guy can take what we've said in this last hour and make our conversation into other words. Sure. Luckily, Nay's Rise is pretty clear, but then they would obviously need a good facial recognition thing to cut out your face. So luckily,
but I already sent all that to Binance, man.
What's that?
I already sent all that to Binance, so they got all that info, bro.
And I'm on the dark web, man. Like, I can tell you right now that there's more than enough KYCs on the dark web that you can access and get other people's.
I think I have a solution, guys. A Darth Vader mask. I don't know where I got that idea from.
Well, that would be Neil. That would be Neil.
Oh, dear.
That's the other guy who's not on tonight. Yeah, I'll tell you.
I saw the Darth Vader mask. I had to throw that in there.
Tim's got a great idea, and this is for all of the Crypto Night in Canada crew, and now Nays is welcome as well. Where basically there's a $16 million island for sale up near in the Georgian Bay, and we're just gonna do like a Crypto Night in Utopian kind of thing there.
1,600 acres for $14 million.
Listen, we could all go there. Be fine.
Ken, you're gonna pay for half with your ship.
Yeah, Ken.
We'll all
and Nay, you're allowed to come across the border now.
Yeah, you'll be able to get up here.
Are there mountains there? I mean, is it got a little altitude, or is it flat,
it's on
like
a cliff.
at sea level?
Hey,
Good. You got to be up, man. You got to be up high.
Hey, Tim.
Why? What's that?
Tim, it's about like it's like an 80-foot cliff, at least on the one side.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
sheer rock, white limestone cliff. Yeah,
it's larger when you drink, but okay.
Oh man.
We're getting flagged for sure.
No, we're not. Stop that.
Can I ask you all a question? I want to ask you guys a question, if that's okay. How did you guys feel today when the market dipped? Were you guys excited like I was?
Ryan?
I don't care anymore when it dips. I just buy the same stuff. I keep rocking and rolling, but you know what? There's too much. Okay, maybe this is just me, but all of this momentum and BS that we've got going into, for instance, Sheeb. And yes, I do own Sheeb now, little thing with me and my mom, but all this momentum to go into stuff like that, it's stressful because one, I don't have any faith in the market. And two, everyone's saying it's okay. And three, all of the retail traders are pushing on as if nothing's happening. I don't really care if the price goes down 5%. I care that the people involved in the market make no sense to me right now. That's what's stressing me out about right now. I got no clue what the hell's going on.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I think for me, there was just one stock, Algonquin, where they were at like a 1 year low. So I went in and bought a whole bunch of it. I'm like, it's going to recover.
That stock's been beaten up. That's a pretty good stock to buy today, actually. Yeah.
And most of the stuff that we hold in the stock side of our investments is all in dividends. So
safe stuff on the stock market.
Right.
I'm waiting for my crypto miners to pop up because that's pretty much one of my bigger bags in my personal account. So I'm waiting for that to either. And this is the thing. My position in the market, or my feeling with the market, is I don't know if I'll be able to hit my mark in time. That's maybe just like my fear of the market. I don't know where you guys are in it, but that's literally how I feel about my positions and that's what freaks me out is I'm more worried about pulling out than I am holding long term. So that's why I'm kind of sketched out. My exit strategy is more important than anything right now.
Pulling out.
Sorry.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but I thought okay.
I was afraid of pulling out of my kitty, you know?
Yeah, well.
Oh my god.
guys.
Nailed it.
You're all horrible
God.
people.
Oh,
This is
dear.
the
You're
one
all
saying we're
horrible
going to get
people. I
yanked
totally
from
saw
YouTube,
that.
and look what he's talking about.
It's a coin. I'm
I know it's a coin.
Oh,
You stay in it when it's hot. You get
That's-
out when it's cold.
that's okay.
Hot
Oh
kitty.
man. So you're asking us for a specific reason, Nays. Why is that?
Oh, well, because I feel that diversity across crypto is the best strategy that I've employed for myself. It worked so well for me. So I did 50% Bitcoin. I got in February, and I did 50% of what I was going to invest in Bitcoin. And then I took the other 50% and evenly distribute it across the best recommendations that I could find from the greatest podcasters in crypto that I could find on YouTube at the time. And so what I ended up doing was I got Cardano, Matic, Ethereum, Polkadot, Doge,
Harmony.
and
Your
you know,
Harmony.
Harmony, and there were a few other ones, but those were the main ones. And that Matic, that Polygon Matic, has been just pumping along the whole time. And anytime the market dips, it seems like Matic pulls me back out. And now Harmony is doing the same thing. And the only reason I picked Harmony was because the guy that did, I'm off grid, so the guy that did my solar system, his company is called Harmony Electric. And I saw Harmony come up on a crypto coin. I was like, that's a cool name, man. It's the same as my friend Sasha's company. I'm going to get me $1,000 worth of Harmony just to, because that's what I was doing. $1,000 here, $1,000 there, $1,000 here. Man, I watched Harmony take off, and I called Sasha up on the phone. I'm like, are you sure you don't want to get into crypto, bro? It's the same name as your company, man. It's doing really good. And now today he just wants to kill me. I can't even mention it. It's like it's doing so well. It's that cross diversification. When I saw the market today, and I didn't panic because I don't have any money to throw down on crypto anymore. I looked at my bank account today. I've got $150 in the bank. It's all in crypto. I store all my wealth in crypto. So I'm watching what the dip is doing, and I'm thinking to myself, I better go check my balance. I better go check my portfolio percentage. And I go and I look at it, and I'm at 20% profit when the whole market is down at the very bottom, and it's because of those picks. And it's that diversification. It really does make a difference. And those people that are just 100% Bitcoin, I want to talk to them and reach out to them and be like, man, take some of that and spread it around.
Well, I got a couple of people you can talk to.
I think I know of a good couple of people.
Oh yeah. Sure. Yeah. You should see how they. Hey, Nay, you should say how they pronounce about.
I know. Did you hear me say that?
Of course I did. I watched your show.
Do you want us to replay it for you again?
No, I'm so embarrassed now. You guys, I don't think anybody watches my show, so I just talk so much shit. And
Hey, I watch.
You're entertaining.
get away with it.
I watch it every minute.
I'll be
I get
watching.
every time I get a chance.
Oh Jesus.
Well, clearly
Well,
Ken watches it.
Oh, hell
That's
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
You guys, next
I
time you watch
was
my
actually-
show, you're going to be thinking of yourselves.
See, I was actually thinking we could take your show, and every time you drop an F-bomb, take a drink, turn it into a game.
Do a drinking
We
game.
will be arrested for drunken. What is that? Public intoxication. Within 5 minutes, they'll be knocking on our doors. We won't make it 5 minutes. But let me tell you, I'm cleaning up my act, and I'm trying really hard to get along with the algorithms. It's been a constant battle with the AI, and I know the game. It's just I wasn't willing to play the game for the longest time, and now I really want to be heard. So I'm trying to cut it back a little bit.
Well, and you've got 25,000 subscribers, for crying out loud. So you obviously have an audience of people that want to listen to what you've got to say.
Yeah.
We're honored that you came on. We
Well,
only
we can-
have 793 people.
Yeah. We can port you through here from you're number 793.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thanks for that.
I've got 24 channels. I'll bring them all by, and I'll subscribe each channel to yours, so you'll get 20 or so more.
Shit.
Yay, yeah.
All right. Yay.
Ken did say he was going to help us work on getting new subscribers.
Lord. Oh,
A couple of
Lord.
people
I
asked
wanna
me
mention
to.
something else. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna. Well, just to kind of pump you actually, because maybe the dancers. Well, if you want to say it yourself, actually, Mark and Moonbright, few people above, can you just tell everyone what your YouTube channel is, just because they're asking right here at the bottom?
Great.
See,
Oh,
there's
not me.
Mark's message.
Yeah, you.
So-
They're talking about you.
What's the name of your
I'm
channel
sorry,
where they can find you?
I'm Nays Garden on YouTube. Nays Garden. Two words.
We'll post it up here in 2 seconds. And you tell them a
Okay.
little bit about you, because I think it got an interesting story. You live off the grid, so you're off the grid. I
Yes.
think you said you live in California.
Yes. So, yeah, and everybody on my show, I'm live too. And everybody, this is Tim and Nancy Danter's channel, and that's what it's called on YouTube. Tim and Nancy Danter. If you guys want to find this channel, subscribe to them. They have less than 1,000 subscribers, so get in early. And man, they're going to 10x on you. You're going to be really glad that you got in early.
This is 2 live streams.
Hey, and just to let you know that I do watch your channel. Look, there's the hat.
See, me too.
I
There's
love
the
your
hat.
hats. I love your hats, man. I love that. I was like, yeah, they had their own hats made. I love them. I have my own shirts made. You have your own hats made. I love it. I've got my own. Hey, man, I'm not embarrassed about this at all. I've got my own YouTube award. I've made my own YouTube award. You can order them on Etsy. Look, it's right there. You see the play button? You see the play button back there? See the play button? Yeah. So a big story behind that. I know it's funny. So YouTube has, I probably have like over 100,000 subscribers by now if I hadn't been subverted by the AI. So I said, I should have got one of those 100,000 plaques a long time ago. And I'm like, I'm just going to get one because I should have 100,000 subscribers. And I know I've literally got the receipts that show that they delete subscribers from my channel every day. So they keep me at 25,600 exactly. And it's been like that for over a year. 25,600 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
If I go over, they subtract like 10 or 20. It'll get back to 25,605. They'll subtract 5. It's hilarious. So, I went ahead and I got the award, and I fly it proudly because I'm not going to let AI tell me that I didn't earn what I know that I earned, that the AI sat there and just took it away from me. So, and the fact that I've been subjected to this personally at the social media level means that I am hypersensitive to it happening on the blockchain, because that's where AI is really going to become dangerous. I mean, getting those people killed on that airplane and Ashley Babbitt dying, and that's just the beginning. We are just seeing the start of the horrors.
I just put you onto this so you could show us again I put you up
Where's
bigger,
your YouTube?
you could show us your award.
Yeah.
My award. It's right there. It's right behind these bongs here.
Oh, I see it.
Oh,
I see it.
there
Yeah.
it
The
is.
silver one. Here I am pointing, thinking everyone's going to see where I'm pointing to.
So it says, congratulations to Nays Garden for 100,000. I don't know what I put on there. What did I put on there? For surpassing 25,000 subscribers. It's real. I mean, I actually did get 25,000. So yeah, I should have put 100 on there.
Well, we like that you have optimism. We like that you have
Well,
optimism.
My name is Nay, and I'm supposed to be negative because I'm the negative side, but I'm trying to work to be yay, more yay than nay. I'm trying to be more yay. Maybe I'll change my name. Trendy yay.
Are we going to be all indoctrinated as trendies now, or what?
You are all not indoctrinated, but you're all officially gardeners. You are all officially on my channel now, and I've got actually a group of people that are watching you on my channel. So you guys, after you guys end the show, you feel free to come over to mine and enjoy the session that will ensue.
Oh,
Ryan, you'll want to go. Trust me.
You should see my growth mat.
Oh, okay. There we go.
There you go.
I've seen it.
Oh man.
So not just that. I don't want to spoil your channel with the talk of that stuff. But if you guys come over to my channel, I'd gladly have you on. I'd pull up a Zoom. This StreamYard is the first time I've ever used it. This is amazing, actually. Wow, that's really good software.
Well, this is.
I'm totally gonna take you up on that one day.
Yeah,
man, brother. This goes for all of you, but I would love to have you on my show. I mean, I would love it. I'd interview you, and we could talk.
Well, what are you doing tomorrow night?
Yeah,
What are you doing tomorrow night?
I'm
Ryan
the
and
biggest
Ted?
loser in the world. I am available to you 24/7. So whatever you want to do, man. I'm always here.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, so this has been one of the best crypto nights in Canada. I've enjoyed this thoroughly. I'm
Awesome.
like having anyways, we wanted to thank the group for coming on and participating. Candace, I loved your information on Polkadot. We're going to definitely be having another look at that. Ken, next week you'll be a millionaire and on your yacht. I just have a funny, weird feeling about the whole thing. Tim Perry, thank you for sticking with us as always. Nays, it was awesome meeting you. Ryan,
thank you
as always. And for everybody that stayed with us through this whole stream, thank you so much.
Nay, hang on. After the broadcast ends, just hang in there, okay?
Guys, go subscribe to this guy's channel. It's a breath of fresh air.
He has the best content on YouTube. I tell you, this guy will.
I love this guy.
He'll make you look at things different, and he'll make you question society. Subscribe, seriously. No, seriously.
Okay.
Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week, I think.